Hi, I'm Meghan Muchow, Director of Content at Vi. Today, we're going to talk about what to do when you have blog content, but you aren't sure what to do with it next. So what we have here is a quick 4-blog audit that I've pulled, and I've used HubSpot to pull this information so that I can look at my page views, my time spent on page, and my bounce rate for each of these 4 blogs. So when I look at blog 1, I can see that the page views are pretty high, which means that people are interested in this content and they're looking at it. And not only are they looking at it, but they're spending 4 minutes on the page, which means it's pretty attractive content. And with a bounce rate of 40%, that means that people are going to other pages on my website after they look at this blog. So this tells me this is a pretty successful blog for us. So what are my next steps? I'm going to link and re-promote this blog. So any new content that I create, I'm going to make sure that I'm linking to this blog that's relevant. And I'm also going to be re-promoting it in newsletters and social so that I can get the most traction out of it. For the second blog, I can see that page views are pretty low, which means that not a lot of people are getting to this page. But when they do, they're spending 4.5 minutes on it. And with a 43% bounce rate, that means that people are still going to other pages on the site once they land on this blog. So while it's successful content, it's not getting viewed. So to me, that means that I might need to re-optimize this blog, which means my heading 1s, my heading 2s, my meta might need some attention from SEO. I might do some keyword research, make sure that the terms I'm using are terms that people are actually using to search for this content. And then again, I'll link and re-promote to make sure that people can find it. It's possible that with this blog, we forgot to post it on social or include it in a newsletter. So it's possible that it just needs a little more traction and it needs some legs so that people can find it. For blog 3, we can see that page views are relatively good, but the time spent on page is 20 seconds, which is significantly lower than some of my other blogs, and the bounce rate is pretty high. So to me, this means that people are getting to this page, but once they get there, they're not seeing anything that they want to read or utilize. I might type my heading into Google and see what competitors are doing, if it's even relevant to what I have produced. If it isn't, if I'm missing things in this blog that other competitors are doing, I'm going to update my content to match some of that content. And again, it could be that my search terms just aren't quite what people are looking for. So I'm going to re-optimize. I'll do some keyword research, make sure that the words I'm using are ones that my persona is also using. And then for blog 4, we can see that page views, really low. Time spent on page, also low. And once they get to this page, they're leaving right away. They're not converting. So in this case, I might decide to do some comparing. I might choose to update the content. As we can see, it's a 2023 dairy industry trends blog, and it's currently 2024. So an option here could be to update the content to 2024 trends. But if I've already created a white paper or something else for this current year, and I've decided that this content has run its course, I might archive it, and that's okay. I think archiving content is a really good way of making sure that your content is relevant, but also making sure that you're not having content on your site that nobody is really interested in anymore. So that is just a quick look at a quick blog audit, ways to see if your content is performing well, and what to do with it once you've determined how well it's performing. And of course, if you have any questions on how to successfully audit your blog content, give us a shout. We'd love to help you.